to go over 2022 Gauss contests for grade 8. So part A. First question, so regular pentagon shown has a side length of 2 centimeters. So perimeter of the pentagon is, since we know that it's a regular pentagon, therefore all sides of it has the same length, which is 2 as indicating the question. Therefore, the perimeter would be 2 times 5 equals to 10 cm. Number 2, the face of a cube are labeled with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 dots. 3 of the faces are shown. What is the total number of dots on the other 3 faces? Okay, so because the number of the 3 faces shown is 1, 3, and 5, so we're left with 2, 4, and 6, and if we add them together, we would get 12. Number 3, the equation that best represents a number increased by 5 equals 15 is which of the following? Okay, so from the sentence, we already know that the equation should be n plus 5 equals 15, and try C match the equation. Number 4, the line graph showing the number of bubble heads sold at the store each year. The sale of bubble heads increase the most between. Okay. So if we look at the graph, we can see that the slope of this line, this segment, is the greatest. Therefore, there is most increase between the year of 2019 and 2020. Therefore, the answer is D. Number 5, starting at 72, Ariana counts down by 11s, 72, 61, 50. What is the last number greater than 0 says Ariana will count? Alright, so since we know the third number is 50, so if we divide 50 by 11, which gives, and this will give us 4. And if we use 50 minus 4 times 11, we will get 6, and therefore the last number would be 6. Number 6, in the diagram, angle ABC equals to 90 degrees, the value of x is. Okay, since we know that ABC it has a degree of 90, and x equals to x. Therefore, 44 plus 2x equals to 90, and x equals to 90 minus 44 divided by 2, which gives us 23 degrees. Number 7, which of the following values is closest to 0? Okay, so obviously, we know that A, B, C cannot be the answer because they are greater than their absolute values are all greater than 0.9. And if we compare 0.9 with the absolute value of negative 4 over 5, we would get 0.9 and 0.8. And because 0.8 is smaller than 0.9, therefore the answer is D. Number 8, our jar contains 267 quarters. 1 quarter is worth $0.25. How many quarters must be added to the jar so that the total number, the total value of the quarters is $100? So we already have 267 quarters, and each quarter was $0.25. Therefore, we already have $66.7 in the jar. And if we deduct that from $100, we would get 33.25. And if we divide 33.25 by 0.25, which would give us 133 quarters. Therefore, the answer is D. Number 9, a package of 8 greeting cards come with 10 envelopes. Kira has 7 cards but no envelopes. What's the smallest number of packages that Kira needs to buy to have more envelopes than cards? Okay, so initially, Kira has 7 cards and 0 envelope. And after she buys 1 package, she would get 7 plus 8, which is 15 cards, and 10 envelope. And if she buy another package, she would have 23 cards and 20 envelopes, and another package would give her 31 cards and 30 envelopes, which is very close. So if we buy another package, we would have 39 cards and 40 envelopes. And from that, we know that we need to buy 4 packages. Number 10, for the point on the diagram, which statement is true? Okay, let's look at the options one by one. Okay, option A first. So since E is on the left of C, therefore A is not true, and because B is above D, therefore B is also not true, and C, because F is on the left of B, F is below B, therefore C cannot be true. D, because A is above E, therefore D also cannot be true, therefore we're left with E. Number 11, which is the first question in part B. The 26 letters of the English alphabet are listed in an infinite repeating loop. What is the 258th letter in this sequence? Okay, so we know that it repeats every 26 letters, therefore we would use 258 divided by 26 to get the number of sequences we get, and this gives us 209 complete sequences and 24 letters left, and the 24th letter in the alphabet is X, therefore the answer is C. Number 12, a public holiday is always celebrated on the third Wednesday of a certain month. In that month, the holiday cannot occur on which of the following days? Okay. So the date for the third week would be from 2 times 7, which is 14th, to 3 times 7, which is the 21st. Therefore, all the dates between the 14th and the 21st can be a Wednesday, can be the third Wednesday. And the only numbers that is not within the interval is 22. Therefore, the answer is B. Question 13. A circular spinner is divided into 3 sections. An arrow is attached to the center of the spinner. The arrow is spun once. The probability that the arrow stops on the larger section is 50%. The probability it stops on the next larger section is 1 in 3. The probability it stops on the smallest section is what? Right. So we know that the probability added up, the total probability should be 1. And the probability that it stops on the largest section is 50%, so which would be 1 over 2. And the probability it stops on the next largest section is 1 in 3, which is 1/3. Therefore, we are left with 1 over 6. Try C. 14. A positive number is divided by 3 and 4. The 10th digit is greater than the 1st digit. How many positive two-digit number have this property? Okay. So since the number must be divisible by 3 and 4, therefore it must be a multiple of 3 times 4, which is 12. And if we list out all the 2-digit multiple of 12, we will get 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, and 96. And if we look at them, we would see that only 4 of them satisfy the requirement. Number 15, a rectangular pole measures 20 meters by 8 meters. There is a 1 meter wide walkway around the outside of the pole. As shown by the shaded region, the area of the walkway is what? Okay, so if we measure the width and the length of the larger rectangle on the outside, we will get 8 plus 2 meters, which is 10 meters, as a width, and 20 plus 2 meters, which is 22 meters, as a length. And the area of the larger larger rectangle is 10 times 22. And the shaded region is the difference between the area of the larger one and the area of the smaller one. Therefore, it will be 10 times 22 minus 8 times 20. And this would give us 220 minus 160. 60. Number 16, the result of asking 50 students if they participate in music or sports are shown in the Venn diagram. What percentage of 50 students do not participate in either the music or the sports program? Okay, so from the diagram shown, we can see that there are a total of 15 plus 5 plus 20 students who at least participate in one of the program, and this number is 40. Therefore, the students that are not participating in either of the program is 50 minus 40, which is 10 students, and 10 over 50 is 20%. 17, there are 2 over 3 as many golf balls in bin F as in bin G. If there are a total of 150 golf, how many fewer golf balls are in bin F than in bin G? So the question gives us that 2 over 3 G equals to F, and F has fewer balls than bin G. And the total number would be F plus G, which equals 150, which equals to 2 over 3G plus G, which equals to 5 over 3G. And therefore, G equals 150 times 3 over 5, and we will get 90 balls. And F would be 90 times 2 over 3, which equals 60. 90 minus 60 equals 30. Number 18, in the sequence shown, figure 1 is formed using 7 squares each figure. After figure 1 has 5 more squares than the previous figure. What is a figure? What figure has 2022 squares? So, because the next figure has 5 more squares than the previous one, it would form arithmetic sequence, and the starting term is 7. 7 plus 5 plus 7 plus 5 times 2 all the way to the end. Alright, so let's say the figure is x. So the equation would be 7 plus 5x equals to 2022, and if we solve it, we will get x equals to 404. Number 19, Matthew's 300 km trip from Edmonton to Calgary passes through Red Deer. Matthew started in Edmonton at 7 a.m. and drove until stopping for a 40 minutes break in Red Deer. Matthew arrived in Calgary at 11 a.m., not including the break. What was his average speed for the trip? Right. So if we do not include the 40 minutes break, Matthew drives for 11 minus 7, which is 4 hours. 4 hours minus 40 over 60 hours, which would give us 4 minus 2 over 3 hours, and we will get 12 over 3 minus 8 over 3, which is oh, sorry, I made a calculation mistake. This would give us 12 over 3 minus 2 over 3 hours, which is 10 over 3 hours. And if we divide 300 km by 10 over 3, we'll get 90 kilometer per hour, which is try to see. Number 20 is the last question in part B. Equilateral triangle ABC has side of length 4. The midpoint of BC is D and the midpoint of AD is E. The value of EC squared is what? If we say this triangle is ABC and it has side length of 4, the midpoint of AC would be D. And it's the wrong order. So a equilateral triangle is the midpoint of BC. It's D, and the midpoint of AD, which is the height, it's E, and it's asking for EC squared. It's this line squared, and we know the side length is 4, and because it's an equilateral triangle, we know that AD must be 4 over 2 times square root of 3, which is 2 square root of 3. And because E is the midpoint of AD, so ED must be square root 3. And DC is 2. BD is also 2. And by Pythagorean theorem, we can get EC squared is square root 3 squared plus 2 squared, which gives us 7.